Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to work on a Honda HRX217 lawnmower that will not start. Let's take a look. So most likely what is going on here is that the carburetor is plugged up from sediment and or moisture inside of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean out the fuel tank and the carburetor. To clean out the fuel tank, tip the lawnmower over like this and catch all the gas. And then I let it air dry in the sun, and then I blow compressed air down in there. Now that I know the fuel tank is clean, I'm going to move on to the carburetor. I can zoom in here on the carburetor for you so you can see where that's at. There's the carburetor. We're going to take that float bowl off. And the nut on the very bottom of the carburetor is a 10 millimeter. Be prepared, you're going to have some gas come out of there, so I'm going to go get a rag. Okay, and to get the float bowl off, I just give it a little tap. There we go. And yeah, I can see stuff inside of there. See that? That sediment down in there is what we want to get out of there. Now when you have your lawnmower tipped up like this, you want to make sure that the float pin here doesn't fall out, because then your float will fall off and you'll have to reassemble that. So just be careful not to knock that pin out. As long as your carburetor's not too dirty like this one, this procedure will work just fine. If your carburetor is too dirty, too gummed up, you will have to remove the entire carburetor and clean the whole thing out. But I think just cleaning the float bowl out and the bottom of the carburetor down in here, you want to make sure that, of course, this area is all clean and you can see the float and the pickup tube there. Everything looks pretty clean. So there is a main jet that goes up in here. So I may want to get my little mirror and inspect and make sure that that main jet is clear, because that may be why this lawnmower is not running. Definitely want to make sure that main jet is clear. I have a little dental mirror that's great for looking up into the main jet to see if it's plugged up. I don't know if you can see it there, but I'm definitely going to poke. I'll probably just poke this piece of wire up through there to make sure it's clear. Alright, poke that wire through and it appears to be going all the way up in there. So I'm pretty confident that that main jet's cleared out. I want to make sure to blow out the fuel line too. See, we're getting some gas out of the carburetor. And this is a great way to dry out the fuel tank and get all the dirt out of it as well. Make sure that that's clean one more time. And bolt through. I think we're ready to go back together. And be careful not to knock off any stuff in the carburetor bowl when you're reassembling. Luckily that gasket, the float bowl gasket, stayed in place, so didn't have to worry about putting that sucker back on, because that can be a pain in the butt. Alright, now not too tight. But tight enough to seal it. But you don't want to over tighten it or strip it out, because then you'll need a new carburetor. Just good and snug. Not too tight. Okay.